Check your feelings at the door.
This is the Roughing Fenders podcast.
That fucking 78 piece of shit.
Why don't you go tell the 48 I wouldn't beat his fucking back bumper off if they would have fucking let me go about 40 fucking laps ago, asshole. Stop flipping me off and just fucking drive your shit, you little bitch.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Phillips.
What the fuck does he want?
He's here to host the show.
Go. Put four on it, you motherfuckers.
Sounding the boring alarm.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Roughing Fenders podcast. I'm fake Randy Phillips. Randy doesn't know how to read a watch. Actually, what really happened to Randy?
No. We tied him up. I beat him up, and he's outside crying, so had to take him out. Sorry, Randy. You're down, brother.
I guess it was an NHSTRA conspiracy this whole time.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Had enough. Had to take him out.
Steve Gran, buddy, how is it going, my friend?
Oh, it's going great, brother. Things are going great. On to the off season now, and it's going great. Just came from a car show up at Hudson Speedway. Wow. Was there a ton of people there? And I think next year we're going to have to put a couple more car shows on. That's for sure.
Dude, there was some kick-ass cars there. I was checking it out. I couldn't believe the cars that showed up. I want to know, how was your first year as general manager? You have basically taken the dream of everybody who's involved in racing. You started off just saying, hey, let me flag, and now you are the general manager of Hudson International Speedway.
International it is. It's been great. First and foremost, I got to thank Ben. He's the guy that took a shot on me, and I'm just a kid from Lowell that loves the sport of racing. I'm a city boy through and through, and everyone says, Steve, how did you become, into the sport of racing? And you know what? A couple of my buddies took me to the track, and here we are. Here we go. And I could tell you, though, Ben Bazowski, he is the man. Heather, his girlfriend, unbelievable. She's the reason why I'm actually doing it. And it was actually supposed to be a joke. Like I said, hey, I want to be general manager. And finally it just took off. And here I am, and got the year done. What's up, Bobby Melvin? How are you, brother? Ryan Nelson, I seen you just take on there. And don't worry, Randy's outside. He's beat up. Just going to put his women's panties on, and he'll be on downstairs, baby.
If he gets himself free of the shackles, he's more than welcome to join the show, and then I can just go back into oblivion over here like I don't exist, because I hate being on the air on this one. So,
it's all good. I got this for a little bit.
What was I have a question for you.
Sure.
What was your favorite part? When did it hit you like, oh my God, I am the general manager? There had to be a point when you were like, holy shit, like, I'm the boss here.
No, it still hasn't hit.
Steve, you're the boss there.
I get it, but you know what? I get it, but I don't act like a boss, and I'm just not that type of guy. I just work as hard as they do. It's my crew. Without them, I'd be nothing, and I got an amazing crew over there at Hudson, and I'm just the face. That's all I am, and, it's awesome, though. I love what I do. I love the people that are working for me. I shouldn't even say for me, with me. And it's all about my team, nothing about me. I'm just a normal dude.
I know from Lowell, Massachusetts. Racing is not something I assume is very big in Lowell. So it's awesome that you decided this is what you wanted to do.
I fell in love with racing. It started when I was in second grade, living with my dad. Went up to Hudson Speedway for the first time, and my dad had to work. He worked the overnight shift down at the shelter in Lowell. He was taking care of the boys down at the shelter, and I'll never forget the cars. I'm like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is crazy. Like, all these cars out here, and I'll never forget it. My dad's like, we got to go. And I'm like, no, they're wetting down the X. I can't leave for this. And I unfortunately had to leave, and, every week I had to bother my dad to go, and he had a busy time during the weekend, and I could never really get up there. And it took till about I was 16 years old. My buddy Dave took me up there, and I just fell in love with it. And I'm like, this is what I want to do. And I just loved being around racing, and it's just amazing. I love it.
Have you had any controversy yet this year?
Oh, I've had some controversy.
Any you can fill us in on?
On some controversy.
We can change names. So if it's like with Randy, we can say like Andy Pillups. Like if you had something with Randy.
Well, Randy, I'm going to wait for that one, though. Let's wait for Randy to get down here after he puts his women's panties on and gets on down here after I beat him up out there. But
so
he'll get
people
out here.
that have beat us up all year and say that we're one-sided and just beat people up. Steve Gran is in the building on the microphone with free reign to say whatever he wants. And it's what we've said all along. All we're trying to do is further the sport of racing.
And it sounds like someone's coming down the stairs. Oh, here he is. He's in the building. Did you get your woman's panties on after I left you outside beat up?
My neighbor is hilarious. He's probably watching them. You go right on your normal side. All right, I'm going to put Randy back on so I can get off the screen.
You are in the house, and you were telling me to get here on early. Dude, I'm taking over the show today.
You've been doing a good job doing it and everything like that. I was listening on the way in and everything like that. So, okay. Now we're
got you now.
Okay. So as I was saying, I was watching on the way in and everything like that. I guess just like a quick recap of what you guys were talking about before I even got here. What was that? How you started?
We were calling you and stuff like that.
Okay. I heard of bits and pieces. Obviously, you are the face, but you do get a lot of fucking shit.
No, actually, tell you the truth, it's been for the most part, it's been easy. I've had an easy year because
I gotta get a beer, man.
One thing I gotta say.
That's what she said.
I get along with these. You got to treat the races like they are your customer. You come to my racetrack, I want you to feel like you had the best time. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's you guys that are putting on the show.
Exactly. And I applaud you for that. I know at the beginning of this shit, we obviously had a mark on us because we said the stuff that we did, and we meant it in good heart, that we were just looking out for our own and everything like that. And you understood that. And I just, when I was at Lee watching the show that I was, he came up to me and we talked, and I just wanted to come out and say, like, I respect the hell out of you for doing that.
I appreciate that.
Because most of the people wouldn't even come and talk to me. Mark was getting most of the messages about it and everything like that. And I was like, I'll talk to anybody. And
when you send them to me, I just respond back, thanks for listening, fuck off.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's pretty much my response.
But at the end of the day, I was trying to get on the same page as you guys, but I was still looking out for our racers at the same time. And there were some calls that I didn't agree with, but we came to a leveling playing field where everybody understood each other and everything like that. So I just wanted to tell you on my podcast as well that I thank you for coming and talking to me, and we came up to it with a solution, and I took a step back and I started figuring out like what I should say, what I shouldn't say, what I should leave off the table and everything like that. And which was like at the beginning I was hard around the edges, and I apologize for that. But as I said, towards the end of the year, we started getting on the same page and everything like that.
That's huge, Randy. First and foremost, that's huge because, there was a time where, man, you were on our radar. You know it.
Yeah. No, I knew.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Were you looking for us to suspend you? It's like you wanted that letter. Now, be honest with me and don't lie to me.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, I was still going to do the same thing that I was going to do. But at the same time, after we had that talk, I took a step back and was like, well, at the end of the day, we need to both make racing better for all of New England and everything like that. And like after that conversation, I finally saw that perspective of it and everything like that. So then I started talking to track officials and track owners and stuff like that before I went and talked about everything, and which we'll leave nameless, but there were some close calls that we talked about, and they hit me up, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just trying to get the whole view of it, because obviously you have the racer side where they're like, well, they're just out to get me and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, well, you can say that and anybody can say that, but if they don't have, like we talked about, if you don't have both sides of the story, then you can't really put it out there for the public to see and everything like that if you don't have it. So that's what I started to do. But to answer, no, I was not looking to get suspended. I was just trying to look out for us racers that are just, that just felt like they were getting beamed on, but at the same time, after we had our talk like at the beginning of the season, I took a step back and I was like, okay, well, let's get a majority of the thing and get to a perspective as that as well. So, yeah. Well, I wasn't shooting for it. I wasn't shooting for it. I know. No, I get it.
But when we had that conversation and we had that talk, I appreciate it because there were times where I felt like you were very tough on us and all over us, which I get it. Yeah. You know, listen, at the end of the day, I think everyone needs to be on the same page now. Exactly. Because if you look at the average age of the fans in racers, they're all in their 40s, man. And if we don't stick together, this sport's gonna die. We're gonna lose tracks. And you know what? I appreciate how you've been towards us. And you know, it's when you get the green light from the boss that you can go. You know,
very happy.
I mean, I didn't ask. I said, you know, I'm going on. I'll go for it. You know, and it's, you know, we are gaining respect, and it's. I know some people don't like everything that we do. I got that. But at the end of the day, I can tell you straight from my heart, Ben and Norm, they love this sport.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not in for their money. Mm-hmm. It's not about that. And it's not like, I know some people are like, oh, well, they just want to lay down the power and, oh, we're not allowing that. We're not doing this. It's not like that. Yeah. These guys love the sport and they just want it fair for everybody. Some of the rules you might not like, and I know some of those rules. Yeah, and there's some, I'll admit, I'm like, oh, you know, maybe, and we've had talks, maybe that one can change. What can we do to help? And we're learning too.
Oh yeah. You know, I wasn't like beaming on you to like fix it right away. I was just trying to put it on the radar. Like, hey, we need a little bit of a change of how stuff is getting portrayed to people, because people were coming to me and was asking me about. I was like, how am I? I go and read the same rule book you do. If it's all about how you interpret it, and that's how everybody used to tell me. So
there's where my problem was, and this is where I ragged on you guys this year was. What would happen at Claremont would be okay, and then you go to Lee, and then you get black flag for it, or you'd race at Hudson, and you'd be fine. You'd pass their tech, and you'd take that same exact car in the same division and go to Claremont and get disqualified. Well, that was my problem, and I get that there's different techs in both places, but I was like, they make Zoom, they make phone calls. I mean, people can get this together, and I get it's still learning, but that was my problem where cars were getting disqualified from the same tracks. You know, that. I'm assuming that's going to fix itself at some point.
Well, it's funny that you actually mentioned that. Coming up very shortly, I'm not going to name the time when it's happening, but the tech guys are getting together, and you know, and I believe that we need to be on the same page. And you know, listen, we're human too, and I can tell you, we love the sport. You know, and another thing that's really hurting in the racing community and local. Is there's no officials out there. Nobody wants to jump on our side of the fence.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Jesus, come on. There we go. You know, but it's nobody wants to help out on our side. I get it. Hey, you want to come down and help out? We can use you somewhere. I can tell you that right now. I was Randy Phillips. Tech. I don't know about that. Telling you. With the blind thing.
Yeah, but I get your point. Obviously, there should be more people that want to be on your guys' side and everything like that. Hopefully more people reach out during the off season that aren't racing or taking a year off or anything like that will come and help you guys, because obviously you guys do need it. I mean, in some ports, and then some points that you guys are just fine. But I wasn't trying to make it to where it was going to get changed right there. I was just letting everyone know, like, hey, we should try to massage this a little bit better and everything like that. So I get it that you guys started in 2000 and
geez,
when this merge happened, 16 it was, or something, 17,
18, somewhere around there.
So it's only 2021. It's only been 5 years. It's not going to be perfect, like you said. No. And we're all human, like you said. So I'm just trying to help out the people that that don't want to speak up, and I'm like, well, I got a whole platform to do it, so I'll talk about it. You know what I mean? So
I get it. It drives me crazy sometimes, and I get it though. But Facebook, it can be a great tool, and it can also be a bad one. You know, when you get aggravated and you get mad, I got to get on there, write this down, and say this and say that. Yep. Instead of talking to the person or giving the person a call and saying, hey, let's talk it out. And I try to do that with my races. I don't let them leave angry, because if once they leave angry, then there goes the Facebook post and there goes this. You know, you try to talk it out. And there's been times this year I've made mistakes, but I'm human. I tell them straight out, hey, I made a mistake. You got screwed, and I'm sorry about that, but I'll try to fix it for next time. And, you know, sometimes you just got to admit that you're wrong. I'm not perfect.
No, we're not holding you guys to being perfect. Obviously, there's going to be some calls that no one's going to know what's right or what's wrong.
I mean, you can't even look at a video online of a wreck without people agreeing who caused it. Because it can be so clear from a third party watching the video, and then you have side A and side B spot. They say, oh, it was the other person's fault. It's the other person's fault. It's just like, come on. We know what the truth is, and nobody wants to give.
And another thing is, when a race is going off, I have a race director who's now got to see that live and make the call on the spot. And you know what? There's times when I went, oh my God, so-and-so's at fault. So-and-so's at fault. And you look at the replay afterwards and you go, it wasn't his fault. But you got to understand something. We're looking at it live. And the races have got to go on, and you're just trying to make that call live, and sometimes you're going to get screwed, sometimes you're not. But
so we'll go back to what Joey said a couple episodes ago. He's like the race director wants to have like 7 eyes on everything, and you got 11th place coming up to you, wondering why you guys didn't give him his spot back. They just got dumped, and you're like, well, what the fuck? I'm sorry, but I can only. So I get it. You guys are doing it live. You guys can't see everything that's going on and everything like that. So, the tech thing should do good. I mean, you guys didn't really have any big things. I mean, the Aaron Coates thing, that was funny. My
season's so long, I work a full-time job. Then I deal with this. Then I deal with the phone, and then I deal with Facebook. So I'm all over the place. But what was that issue that he had?
So he went through tech during the heat. He got in the top 3 in the heat. Didn't have a trunk lid, because that's when we had to put all the lids back on. So these guys got intuitive and put a whole sheet of Lexan over it, so they didn't say anything about it because he went through tech with it, and then feature time he won the race and he got DQ'd for it. I was like, I don't know how to, I mean, you guys are ballsy for bringing that shit out there, you know what I mean? I didn't know how bad it was until I looked at it. I was like, holy fuck.
Actually, I was at Lee a lot this year, and that was probably one of the times I wasn't there, so I'm not going to comment on that.
No, you're fine.
I would be wrong.
No, you're fine. It's just one of my chuckle moments where, like, I understand they were mad, but like at the same time, that was some ingenuity that only local short track racers would even try. It looked like a whole like bring what you brung fucking sail panel right on the back. It looked great. I loved it. I mean, I'm all for ingenuity and all that stuff. So, I mean, you guys are doing great, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm against you anymore. I applaud everything that you guys do, and obviously I understand that Norm and Ben, they're doing it for the love of the sport, because if they were trying to make money off of this, we'd be paying $50 for fucking pit passes and shit like that. So they're making nickels on the dollar, and
that's the
we have
truth.
to appreciate them no matter what.
Because there's times when I look up in the crowd and I go, oh shit, how the hell's he going to pay the bills this week? And it's different. From being on the flag stand, I was always, oh yeah, we can race today. Look at the weather. Who cares? Let's race. But now you look at it and go, yeah, we raced today. We're not going to make any money, and it's going to cost him a fortune. Mm-hmm. And there were a couple times this year where we did. There was a few events that I can remember, and I go, oh Jesus, this is going to cost him a fortune, and and it did, and I'm like, but all in all, towards the end of the season, we started to pick up with the crowd. Thank God. I still got a lot of work to do, and hey, I'm a single guy, and so
Hear that, ladies?
If you guys
Hear that, ladies? Steve Grant is single.
so going back to
Will
what
you have a pit lizard shirt we can put on?
Oh, Jesus. Nah. I'm looking for a good girl. You
Yeah,
know
but-
what? It's I've had a lot of bad ones, and it's time for a good one.
this is turning
I
into The
deserve it.
Bachelor or something. But no. Throughout the year, as you said, that you looked at the crowd and you're like, well, this is doing not that well. How is he going to pay the bills? Hopefully, just let me know. I can put the word out and stuff like that and everything. I want to try to help Lee out get their car counts back. I want to get people back in those stands. I don't know what is stopping people from doing it. I don't know if it's Friday night, the traffic. I put out a post and everybody had everything underneath the fucking sun about it. And there wasn't a majority thing. It was like all over the thing. So, going forward, if you guys like, I'll try to branch out, try to get people there. I mean, I went there for a couple times. I mean, they got beers in 3 and 4. I'll be there. You know what I mean?
Hey, here's the good news. Breaking news. We
Oh, what's
got
that?
a beer tent coming to Hudson International Speedway. Coming in next year. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is it where I said to put it?
What's that?
Is it where I said to put it? Because we were talking about like, what are you dropping? And I was like, are we getting a beer tent finally?
I don't know. I think the kids are going to be unhappy. I think that's where the beer tent's going. Where the swing is. No, we'll have to move that down.
What are the other podcasts going to do their episode on? Is that what they did the last time?
So, I mean, we had an event. You were at Pre-Heller. You were flagging Pre-Heller.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know me, dude. It's Friday,
Everywhere.
Saturday, Sunday, and this time of season now just starts to get depressing for me.
Did you already talk about how you got your start?
How I got my start into racing.
How did you start doing
Flagging?
flagging? Because like you post a couple times about it, 10 years, I got the call of a lifetime or something into that ballpark. But I never understood how you started. You know what I mean? Because like you just came out. You're like, hello.
Well, like,
You know what I mean?
like I was talking earlier,
Yeah.
when I was 16, my buddy Dave took me to the track. And after that, what happened? Oh, I was working for Interstate Batteries at the time. And I was going in and out of the shops. And Mike Walker was one of my customers. And he's like, yeah, I flagged down the street at Hudson and this and that. And I said to him, I go, I'd love to be a part of it. And actually, back in the early 2000s, I was on the backstretch lining up the cars and stuff. And
Oh, no
I
shit.
always got to watch Bob Monroe flag, and I'm like, man, I want to do that. And then I know Randy Christian came in as their flagman down there.
He hates my dad.
Does he? Oh, I just seen Randy today. Randy's a good guy.
No, he's a good.
He hates your dad. Oh, boy.
Well, in the flag.
Well,
so
you're an
back,
old man.
Yeah, back in the
Oh,
day,
God.
they used to have that little piece of metal right underneath the flag stand.
Yes.
that was hooked to the flag stand. Well, my dad would try to aim for that every time he'd go around the track. So,
Well, that's
he
Buddy
used to make
Wilkins,
him
too.
So go ahead. Sorry, I remember that name because my dad, he has stories.
And Randy had some
Yeah.
issues with Big Bob, and I don't know what happened. And Bob Monroe, who was getting up there in age, was flagging, but he didn't want to do it full time. And I'll never forget, it was early July, 10 years ago, and I said I sent Bob an email, and I used to have that email, still don't have it, but I remember going, hey, Bob, it's Steve that used to line cars up on the backstretch. I'd really like to get a chance to flag, and I think I could add a little spunk to it, or some kind of word like that I used. And I got trained by Dave Tibbetts, and he's like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. And I'm like, yeah, all right, buddy, beat it. I got this. Dave Tibbetts is the man. That guy helps me out big time of practice. But at that time, I was I was 31 at the time, and I turned around and said, hey, yeah, I got this. Get out of the way. And I'll never forget my first driver's meeting. I said, yeah, I'm the new flagman, and I'm probably going to make mistakes. And, I've never dropped a flag. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow.
Never
Got
dropped
some glue
one.
on
I
those
dropped the
hands.
yellow, though, under a yellow. I was like, oh, shit. That was about it. No green, no none of that.
So, with that happening, you started your own legacy, and you might not even notice it, but you're teaching other people like Gage Osborne to start flagging, and other people like that, and that are trying to because obviously you moved up into the general manager, but throughout the years, you've been teaching other people how to flag and everything like that. You've been a household name in New England racing, whether you know it or not. We've seen you from Southside Speedway down in Virginia to, you know what I mean? So we've seen you all over the place. So I just wanted to bring that up because I never knew how you started, but ever since then, you are one of the people that everybody knows, unless we're up in Maine, but they'll soon get to know you. You know what I mean? You obviously are on the map ever since then.
I do have a lot of people. Hey, Steve, and if you ever hear me call him brother, that means I don't know. Hey, what's up, brother? I don't know your name. Sorry about that.
Don't give out your secret.
You know, that's if you get. Well, no, I call everyone brother though. Hey, brother. But if you get a brother, sometimes I don't know your name. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I get it.
That's one of my tools.
So,
give it away.
So the next time I'm with you and you're introducing somebody, say, "What's up, brother?" Be like,
What's
"So, Steve,
up,
what's his
brother?"
name?" I'm going to
That's
say,
how it
Steve.
goes.
Steve, what's his name again? I forget.
Brother. I'm terrible with names, but brother works pretty good.
I'm the same way. People will come up to me and like not even introduce themselves, and they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey." I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names and everything like that, and it's no disrespect to anyone, just like you. It's just fucking, we're terrible with names.
Oh yeah,
we got to know you. We got to have a conversation with you to remember who you are, which is like terrible to fucking word it like that. And I'm glad I'm saying it, but it's just one of those things. Like I that's how I am. So if you see me at the track and everything like that, and you say hey and not introduce yourself, and we haven't had a conversation ever, just understand I'm just gonna say hey back to you. It's just me. I apologize in advance, but that's just me. Just introduce yourself. It's fine like that.
Sometimes you're like, shit, I should know this guy's name. And you're like,
I don't have that problem.
I do. Oh my God.
Steve, I want you to do it as Hulk Hogan next time.
Yeah, do what?
Let me tell you something, brother.
We just had Pumpkin Fest.
You gotta go into that. Okay.
So we had Pumpkin Fest. We had Run What You Brung. We had Jeremy Davis finally he didn't win last year with that thing.
No, he didn't. That was John
Burke.
Burke. Burke was going for 3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know why he pulled off, but
he was there was a few times he got into. No, he was getting some contact. I know the boys. I think they all like, hey, you're not going for 3. It seemed like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. No. Well, I'll have to reach out and see what the.
No, look at I'm causing drama. No. Jesus, get me off. I'm out of here. No drama here.
No, I was just wondering why he pulled off. But Jeremy Davis got his win. Congrats to him. That thing is definitely. I don't even know how to explain the thing. It's like a sprint car with a huge motor.
It looks like crazy. A spider on wheels.
It's crazy. So,
but the highlight of that, I would have to say, is watching George Baldwin drive angry. Wow. Man, he can wheel a car. He drove angry, There was a little incident we had, and I'm not going to...
Why wouldn't you let him go?
Why
wouldn't you let him go?
I can't. Because I don't want to kick any competitor off. I want to see those boys racing out, man.
Well, one's already done. You might as well let him go.
Yeah, you know what, though? It was... Yeah, they were heat.
No, I get it. I'm just giving shit.
Those two drivers, and I'm going to leave the name. Well, we already know.
Everybody knows who it was.
Yeah, okay, but I'm going to leave them out. You can mention it if you want, but I'm going to leave them out.
No, go ahead.
The 2 of those drivers are 2 guys where when they pull off the track, you better give them 5 minutes. Their adrenaline's going, and let me tell you, we'll use his name, Austin Erickson.
Oh,
there's a few times where I've had to come up to him and he's all ready to go, and he's just fuming, and it's like, you got to give him 5 minutes before you go deal with Austin.
Yep.
And same thing with George. They come off, and hey, it is what it is. It's a competitive sport. Nick, you guys are flying out there, and I get it. I get out there sometimes and race. It's like, yeah, baby, this is crazy. And I say this to every one of you guys. I am a fan of each and every one of you guys that get out there and get to race a car. Mm-hmm. That's such, the adrenaline. I'm addicted to that. And you guys get to do it. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't have any favorites. You're all my favorites. I say that all the time, and it's the truth. I got no favorites. You're all my favorites. You got the best job in the world.
My mom used to tell me that too, but I think she was lying.
No, Now it's
No,
the
but I
truth.
get
Not
your
lying
point.
about it. It's you guys get the best job in the world to sit behind a car and wheel it and just do, bump, bang, get away. I love that, dude. Oh,
I like it when you get out there in the old 45.
Oh, Oscar, every single year, Oscar Leclerc lets me take his car out. And you know what?
He's definitely another guy that I need to get on here. He's been around for fucking years.
Ever. And let me tell you, he's one of the toughest guys I can tell you to pass.
Oh, yeah.
Is that guy right there. He's not going to let you go by without, I'm up in your lane. Here we come. Oh. And you're just not going to
Made
pass
you work
him.
for it. That's the old way of doing it. And my old man used to say that. He's like, you can't get mad at people for making you work.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you have the fastest car, if they're making you work, you're racing. This is racing. We ain't on fucking 202 going down to fucking Concord. You know what I mean? So I get it.
Every time I get to go out there in his car and I run it, it gets me all in there. I'm all pumped up. I'm going. I got my practice hero. Here I come. And every time I come off, he goes, "You're a fucking pussy. Get on it." And I'm like, "What?" I go, "Dude, I don't want to look like an idiot and put this thing in the wall. This ain't going to happen. I ain't going to do that. Get out of the car. Dude, I just put the 45 in the wall. Okay, now I got to be GM for the rest of the day. I don't know how that's going to work."
Just give him a high five and head out.
Yeah, appreciate it. No, ain't going to do that.
No, he's a good shit. Oscar's been around for years. I mean, even when my old man used to race. You used to race one of my cars too.
Which one?
The one you bought off of me. That John went back to
that's
back
right.
with.
I got my first. Well, wait. Is that my? No, I got
Chris
a win.
Gobron put you off too.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. It sent me down in the woods. My first enduro. Wow, that's funny you mentioned that.
I was right next to it. I was like, "Oh my fucking god, Chris!"
Yes, and I was so pumped up. I got my numbers on 77. Here I go, Big Steve Gran getting to go. I was all pumped up, waiting to go.
Fucking get out of the first turn.
Enduro, and I'm like, "Look at this! Look at me, Ma! I'm a race car driver." And get going, and Jesus, I think it was 2 laps. Next thing you know, I'm down in the Hudson Speedway woods, going, "Son of a bitch! Damn it!"
I'm glad. I bet you were glad that there was no fucking wall there because you were headed.
Oh yeah,
you didn't even have a chance.
I don't care. No brain, no pain. I've done school bus demolition derbies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. Everybody knows you for like the crazy shit that you do, and I hope you keep fucking doing it and everything
Dude,
like that.
Al, it's funny. And I know we're going to talk about it later on, and that's with the accident that happened on Saturday at Star at the Howler.
Yeah,
and. It makes you think. I'm like, geez, I ain't getting any younger, and I still got to make a living. And man, Daryl, I was the first one to you on that accident.
Yeah, he's joining us shortly.
So
Very
why
shortly.
don't I skip that? We'll skip that.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, but no, I totally get it. I understand.
So, what's your plan for next year, Randy? You running? What happened?
We're about get a new place and stuff like that. And
get it?
Everything just got in the way. I'm working 7 days a week just to get by and everything right now, but
that's just the way it is in the world.
Oh yeah. So no, next year we got 6 races on the tour. We got 6 races at Star Speedway. We'll be building a mini stock this year throughout the off season. So yeah, I've had a DA sitting there, and I was like, we'll just leave it for next year. And then they announced there's only 6 races, which will work perfectly for me because with how doing weekly racing right now, not going to be a thing. You know what I mean? I had 7 starts.
I get it.
I had 7 starts this year, and I was like, oh, well, we'll try to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I'm rubbing pennies together and stuff like that. So I was like, well, let's just take a couple months off. Let's just hang out. Let's enjoy. Let's get a better perspective of how New England racing is doing for this stuff and everything like that. So that's what I did this year and everything like that. And so next year we'll be back right at it. We'll be out there with the mini stocks and everything like that. We got the Desmond crew. And they're going to be helping me out throughout this off season and everything like that. And we're going to try to get it as light as we can and as safe as we can, obviously, and we'll go from there. I had my first start at Oxford in a mini stock, and
how did you like that track?
You can't go full throttle. You 3/4. You're on an eggshell. The one time that I did go full throttle, there I went off into the 3. I was like, oh, there I go. I was like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have went full. So so yeah, that's what we're doing next year, and obviously growing this to even be bigger.
Absolutely, that's what it's about.
Hopefully, we can figure out our thing that we were talking about earlier at pre-howler and everything like that, and we'll see how everything falls, and we'll see how the off season goes. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? I know I'll be working on the car and be building this stuff and everything like that with Mark, and
Mark's a good guy.
Oh yeah,
he's a real good guy, and
we got to get him back behind a wheel.
yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
Mark, where's your face? I don't see you on the screen. Do I have to turn around what you told me not to do?
I gotta come right here and say Steve has been the first guest in history to not turn and look at me every time I spoke. So
well, he told me
super
not
happy.
to. So
Yeah.
hold on, I'm going to do it anyways. Just I can't be different.
I tell everybody not to. Oh, there he goes. He just
All right,
fucking ruined it.
Did it?
No, I may make an appearance in a car again at some point.
Come
but
on.
I'm fat. I don't fit in my fire
No.
suit anymore. So
You know what? Off season, man, I'm eating like a fucking pig. Sucks.
Yeah, I told my old lady
Yeah.
I need new racing pants. These things don't fit no more. I'm sitting out there with a fucking zip tie holding them on. I'm like, perfect.
No,
We'll be
there you
all right.
go. I'll never forget your win. Was it this year or was it last year?
Last year.
Last
My
year.
win, whole-
Well, here he is, Randy Phillips. He shits on us every week. I didn't say shits on, but he's tough on us every week, talking trash or something like that. I called you right out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it was fun.
I dropped the
was
fucking
fun.
fuck bomb right on there. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
you did. I'm like, oh,
shit.
dude,
I was
trying to
like,
pull it
God
back.
damn it. I was like, it's my
Yeah,
fourth. It was like my first win trying to count out fucking my buddy that passed away overseas, and I just
Yeah.
got over it.
That was an
I just-
emotional one for
Yeah,
you, but
oh,
I
yeah,
tried
it
to
was
make
hard.
it light
Oh,
with
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
you're
no.
talking trash.
No, I appreciate it. It made me laugh, and I know I'm hard on people, but I have a good heart. I mean, we'll like we had that pumpkin.
Does he have a good heart? Nah, Randy, you're a good guy. You know, it's funny.
I'm going to look at his girlfriend from across the room. Does he have a good heart? She said no.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, you deal with Randy all the time? I didn't know you were his girlfriend. Oh, Jesus.
So I got to
You got your hands full with this one.
I got to ask before the next guest comes on. And we heard about the beer tent. Do we get a Roughing Fenders exclusive of something for
Okay,
next
I'll
season
do-
that nobody knows?
Oh yeah,
I
come
don't
on.
wanna get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, don't get in
All right.
trouble.
All right, hold
No,
on.
no, no.
Just
Ben,
something-
Ben
Okay.
and Heather, turn the podcast off for a
Yeah,
minute.
right, real quick. No, it's not too bad. I'll give you a little something. The X is getting paved. X is
Oh
getting...
no fucking way.
Thank
X is-
God.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Come on.
Jesus Christ, the Hudson Speedway. It is Ben Bazowski, man. Because that place was almost on its way
Oh, we're
out.
gonna be like-
And he just bring it back, pump the life right back into it, baby.
Oh,
Love
my.
you, Ben.
Oh my gosh! So we're gonna
Paving
be
the X. And guess what I want? I want a figure eight, but I don't know if it's going to happen this year, because it will be new pavement. And we're going to put also the...
we should put the pure
Tech's
socks on
going
there.
back out there.
Oh no, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Tech going out into the middle.
Yeah,
oh,
that way.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, because that way I don't get. He's got this. He's got that. He's got
yeah,
this.
yeah.
And there's a couple drivers. I'm not going to mention their names. They run the pure stocks. Maybe that should narrow it
Oh, we
down
already
for you.
know.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to give it to you. He's got this. He's got that. Down for a figure eight. Yeah, you are. Oh, let's see what we can do. Love to get it.
That's what I love about Hudson,
I've
though.
done figure eight. I did a figure eight back in the day, and me and Mike Walker were out there together, and I had a Crown Vic. I don't know, probably a '94 Crown Vic or whatever it was. And first lap in, the hood pops up. And my buddy told me in the stands before I went out there. He goes, "I swear to God, this is God's honest truth." Is 18. I was 18 years old at the time. My buddy Billy goes, "You'll hit the brakes when you go through the X," and I'm telling you, there was 35 cars out there, and I just mashed the gas and sent it through. How I didn't get killed and how I'm still here talking is beyond me.
You got fucking
but
balls.
I have no brain in this big head.
Randy, can you? I'm going to talk to Steve for a minute. Will you text me our guest's phone number because he's trying to add and he can't get in.
He won't get
Yeah.
in. Okay. Yeah.
So
Text it out.
For anybody that has never been on the track at Hudson, I remember the first time I went and took pictures there, and I sat the whole day in the infield, and I never realized how banked that track was. And I tried to walk out of the infield up, and I was just like,
Winded.
oh my God, this thing is fucking. This is the high banks for a reason. This place is nuts.
I love Hudson for that. The banks alone are the best thing.
I'll tell you. Actually, it was funny. I was talking to a guy today, Mitch Wendell. He was down at the car show, and the high banks. I used to say, man, everyone bottom feeds at Hudson, but Mitch Wendell, and he taught his kids, Dean and Chad, to go to the outside. And let me tell you, I said it to him today. I go, it was just awesome to watch you on the outside, your kids on the outside. And it was, those guys just, if you set your car up for the outside, you can pass everybody. And you got the bottom feeders, though, they're beating, banging, and it happens. I get it. Listen, easy way around, but you got to go to the outside. It's a little tough. I get it.
Yeah, no, I think that we should. I don't know how to get the top groove back there. I mean,
What
obviously,
are you talking
as
about?
said,
You're just too chicken to go out there.
No, it's not that. It's just that. Well, no, at the. For that
called
open
you
race,
out.
for that open race, no, I was hanging out on the outside, but would I make it through tech? Hell no. So I'll call myself out. There was no reason I was going to make it through tech. You can set up for the outside if willing, if given. You know what I mean? So, I did a couple passes for that open show, and that open show was awesome. I wish we had more fucking people for that, because that was fun. That was I felt like I was in a fucking enduro, and I had so much. I was smiling from ear to ear from the start of that 50 lap. I didn't even know we did 50 laps until I
Felt
saw
like 500.
Oh yeah, no. I wish it didn't drop a plug wire off of the motor, and I finished like 10th or something like that at the end of the day. But I had so much fun. I felt like I was back in the enduros, with how you have your competitive guys right next to you, and then you guys are both trying to weave other people that are trying to be out there and support the open. I want more people out there. I want more people showing up. We like another podcast, they mentioned that we have 37 blah blah blah, but we never see them at any other track except if it's close to them. When we started this shit, and people can try to call me out for this shit, I went everywhere. I went to Claremont, I went to Monadnock before I got kicked out, and then I went to Hudson.
You got kicked out of Claremont?
Yeah.
What'd you get kicked out for? What'd you do?
I fucking throttled someone down the backstretch after the
okay.
checkered flag.
All
So
right.
I get it. I
Got a
understand.
letter in the
And then I
mail.
went
Here
into
it
their
comes.
pits, and no. We already went over that. It's hung up in the shop. I'll pay it someday. But they only go to Monadnock and everything.
Can't come to Hudson then until you pay it. Good, we got something on him. He's out. Pay the fine.
I will. No,
He will.
I will. But my point is that you guys mention all these people, and you don't see them at anywhere except Monadnock. Well, you have all those people at Monadnock. You don't see them at Hudson, and I get it. At the same time, that we don't have all the same tracks. We all have all different tracks. Claremont is totally different from Monadnock. Monadnock's totally different from Hudson. Lee's in its own fucking ball field.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
So, I want more people to do the branching thing. And like, if you guys need sponsors, I did it when this first all started, that we all went together and everything like that. I did it for 2 years straight, that I went and ran all three tracks. And either you got to figure out how to get better sponsors to where you can do weekly racing doing it, like Nick Cool did, which I give a shout out to him for doing it.
Good guy. Very good guy,
Yeah,
Nick Cole.
he's a good shit, even though that was the guy that I throttled down the backstretch.
Oh.
I apologize for that. I went over my
Nick, you want
head.
me to take him out?
But I want more people to go from track to track. There's so many tracks around here that offers so good racing, and different fucking people, different characters. Every track has their own fucking character. You know what I mean?
You say
and
that.
own fan base and all that stuff.
You're right, and we do want you more to travel. It'd be awesome, but I get it also too. At the end of the day, it's tough
It's a
to
money
live.
game.
It's a money game.
Yeah.
I get it. And that's something that I really got to work hard on this year, is try to get more sponsors to get you guys more money.
Yeah.
And, the cheaper we make it on the people that put on the show is
Yeah.
the races. If we can make it cheaper on you guys, I think we'll get more cars. If you start putting, all right, well, I can make a couple $100, I go race. That's the way it needs to be. I got a long off season, and I'm telling you, I'm going to put my blood, sweat, and tears
we appreciate
into
it.
making racing great again.
Yeah.
And we're gaining slowly but surely. It's going to take a few years, but I'm telling you, someday I hope you guys can. I would love it, and if I can make it happen, I'm going to die trying, and I'm going to give it my best shot.
No, we appreciate you for doing that and everything like that, and that, like every other official, we appreciate you guys doing what you guys do, because we wouldn't have any place to race. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have anywhere to go. We'd be fucking sitting in a field over in fucking Henniker doing fucking demo derbies again, like they used to do, and it was just one of those fucking things, and.
There's times, though, I can tell you, as sitting from GM, and you sit, you hear it from other, the owners and stuff like that. It gets frustrating sometimes for us, and it's like, you hear it like, just give up, and sometimes it's so much pressure.
Yeah,
you're trying to make everyone happy. Then you're like, oh, did you see what's going on Facebook? They're saying this, and it's like, we see those comments.
Yeah.
We don't say anything because you can't feed into it. I'm not one of those guys that I've always been that guy. I'm not going to be the one on Facebook. I'm not going to put anyone on blast. If I'm going to put you on blast, I'm going to do it with the microphone off and, not in front of everyone. But, we see the comments, and it's just like we talk about it and it's like sometimes they go,
I want to be in that group chat.
You know what's funny though? It doesn't.
Steve, add me to that.
Yeah, there are a few. Yeah, there's a few, but I'll tell you, it's it's a lot of pressure on us. It really is. And,
I get it.
You try your best to make everyone happy, and at the end of the day, if I get one guy that leaves my track pissed off, I didn't do my job good enough.
What I like about you, Steve.
Gotta just put it all in there.
I get it, but at the same time, you can't make everybody fucking happy.
You can't.
That's like, oh, you want people on your side. Well, let me on your side, and you can. At the end of the day, you guys can only do so fucking much for what happens out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
and that's what I gave you guys all the time. Like, if it's already done and over with, then it's done and over with, and if it's carrying on, it's carrying on. But I mean, at the same time, I'm even calling myself out, and I ate crow a couple times for the fucking same shit that I was like, oh, well, we'll be on 125 again. Norm Wren fucking made me eat fucking crow. It was like, hey, guess what? Fucking all you guys are in the fucking pits this year. And I appreciate that. And I
Norm's
took it.
Good
and
guy.
I'll call myself out on it. I made the comment. I owned up to the comment. I talked to Norm about it, and I was like, "We're just so far." And he was like, "Well, watch this." And you guys put us all in the pits, and I appreciate you guys for that. I'll eat crow if that means I'm not traveling 2 miles to go get gas and tires or anything like that. I don't. At the end of the day, like. You guys can call me out, and if I'm wrong, I'll be like, okay, yes, 100% I'm wrong. I'll own up to it, and that's what I did with him. And I don't mean to name drop, but it's me calling myself out about it. You know what I mean? And he was like, well, guess what? Fuck you, buddy. Here you go. You know what I mean? Exactly. So I respect Norm for doing that, and we talk on and off and about stuff that happened during the race season and everything like that. And like that's the reason that I was saying I'm reaching out to the people that like me, Joe Bassett, Norm. Ben sometimes, you sometimes too, and like it was just those things, and that's from our conversation. I took a step back and was like, okay, we need to get both sides, like you said, to do get both sides of the story. That's what I did, and sometimes I was just eating my own damn crow for saying dumb shit that I do because I'll be sitting here drinking these and fucking saying bullshit, and,
right? And
at the end of the day, you guys call me out for it, and you guys prove me wrong, and I own up to it. I move on from it, and I don't hold anything. I respect you guys for doing what you guys do. Don't ever think that I don't. I honestly do, and I know at the beginning of the time, it felt like that, and I wasn't trying to get a suspension letter or anything like that. I just wanted to be heard. I wanted to be fucking heard, if anything.
Yeah.
If that means that I couldn't go to a fucking track, okay, well, at least I was fucking heard. You know what I mean? Right.
I gotcha. And, and I say this to every racer out there. You got an issue with a track, and I'm not even talking my own, the NHSTRA. You got a problem with any track out there. Don't run to Facebook.
Yeah.
Call the owner. Call the general manager. Call me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Reach out. Let us know your problem before you go, well, they did this and they did that. You know what? You're just giving us bad press. But you know what? It's a free country. If you want to do it, go for it. Yeah. It's all up to you. And we're not going to stop you. But, I'll tell you, it goes a lot farther with general managers, owners, if you go to them and just say, hey, this is what I don't like, let's talk about it. Don't run to Facebook first. Come see us.
Yeah, no,
We're easy to talk to.
100%. And that's why, I hit you up about the rules for the open show, and you were like, well, here's the tech guy's number. This is what we're doing. So I gave him a call and we figured it out from there. And that was from at the beginning of the year's fucking talk that we had.
It's funny. I'm watching my phone go off over there. It's probably someone else. Hudson Speedway. What do you want? I still get I'm telling you, I got to give you a funny one. So I got the track phone number, and they send it to me, and it was about. Oh, are you guys rushing me?
No, go ahead.
No.
Keep
We got
going.
the guy.
I was
It was
just
about
making
4
sure that he
a.m.
was
I
on.
get a phone call from somebody. Yeah, you guys running at 4 a.m. I'm like, huh, what? And I couldn't believe it. 4 a.m. in the morning. Are you guys running next
I
week?
would
And
have
I'm like,
blocked
what?
him. I would have blocked him.
Actually, it was funny, though, because it caught me off guard. I'm like, yeah, we're running. See you later. Have a good day. Click. And I'm like, then I looked at the clock. I go, what? Dude, I like my sleep when I can sleep, but it's been getting less and less.
But that's awesome to see that you got fucking fans or racers being like a week in advance and calling you at 4 a.m. Like, are you guys fucking running? Because you know what I mean? So,
it's not great.
Obviously, it's not like for the moment, but at the same time, if you look at it as a whole, you got someone that's hungry to either go race or go watch. And
I'll tell you off air who it was, and you'll go, oh, it makes sense. Okay, I'm going to save it for you because I know who it was, and then you're going to go, oh, that makes sense.
So, I get it, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. Don't ever think that I don't.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Randy.
I appreciate the conversation that we did.
I never thought I'd be on your show, to be honest with you.
Well, now we got to get the other guys.
You know what? We're working out a relationship. I appreciate you.
So you were flagging at the Howler.
Yep. Flagging at the Howler. Oh, yes. Yes,
you
I
were
was.
flagging at
Yes,
the
I
Howler.
was.
We had a buddy, new friend to me, obviously, because I saw the wreck and I was like, wow, that was a hard fucking hit. I was over in turn 3 and 4. There was a car sideways, and don't ask me for numbers at the time or anything, but he was sideways, driver door exposed. He got hit hard, and I mean, by the time the Howler gets to that point, we are picking up speeds. We're doing 50 to 70 miles an hour into 3, into 2, into 1. So coming down the straightaway, you're at top speed when you get hit. Or if it, you know what I mean, you're at top speed when you're coming into when you're hitting the line, you're almost at top speed. We had a bad wreck. We had a guy from a deep Maine come down and run with us in the Howler. I don't know if it was his first Howler. I didn't ask him, but he had a hard wreck coming down. At the end of the day, he had a hard wreck. I applaud Star officials, Star Safety, to getting to him quickly and everything like that. As I said, they had to cut the car apart because he got hit so hard and sustained so many injuries that he couldn't climb himself out of the car. And being a racer for 10 to 12 years, you could drop a pin while that shit is going on. So with that being said, we have our good buddy Daryl Ogden from Maine. He came down and ran with us in the Howler, and he was just there to have a good time, and obviously the day didn't go the way that he thought of. So how we doing, Daryl?
Looks like we're having a problem with Smart.
Oh, there we go. It's just a little bit like, good. How are you, man? How you doing?
Good. Sore, but alive.
Yeah, man. We totally. It's glad. So this, I think it was yesterday. He told me that he finally went home from the hospital. So
that's awesome.
That's obviously a great thing. So I as I said, I didn't know who Daryl was. I didn't know him. I just asked on Facebook that everybody can go see. I was like, who is the guy that got cut out of his car? Just tell me privately what his name is. I want to try to put something together with him. With that, I got the name of Daryl. So Daryl, how did you get started in racing? I know you race. I asked a couple of my main buddies if they knew you, and they gave me like you used to race. You run enduros up there, and you used to race divisions and stuff like that. So how did you get started?
My dad raced back in the 70s and 80s. My brothers took over, and I just joined in. And yeah, it's a family thing. Two of my brothers were actually down there racing in the race with me.
Oh no shit! Okay.
Yeah, and a very good friend, Brad. Yeah.
So, so you've been racing for a couple minutes, well, for a little bit, and as you said, it was it was like a whole family thing. With that, before everything like that happened, was this your first howler ever, or?
Yes,
Yeah.
first hole ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy
Seen it before? We won. Yeah. Well, I got fucked up, but I did enjoy the racing. It was,
I don't
it kind of sounds funny.
That's the best. That's the best fucking response. That's racing response right there. You know what I mean?
I love racing.
Yeah.
You know, I love racing. I've done it now for 30 years. My family, and yeah, I'm stove up. It was fun racing up until that point, and you know, it was just too bad it happened.
Yeah.
Daryl, I can tell you it's good to see your face. I probably remember me with a hat on, and I was the first one to get to you that day. I seen your accident come down. Dude, no reason to thank me, man. It's part of my job, and it's I remember seeing it happen, and I don't know. All I remember is seeing your car spin and hit that other car and parked car, and I was the one that said, "Hey, go red," and I said, "We got to go red." This guy took a big hit, and I ran down, and I knew just the way it was. I'm like, "Oh boy, this isn't going to be a good one." And I remember coming in, and I remember you saying to me, "You couldn't breathe," and it's good to see your face, and it's good to see that you're getting better, and all the guys, Zach and the crew over at Star Speedway, I said, let's go. We got to roll this guy. I thought at that time he only had broken ribs, but hearing all your injuries, man, it's, you know what? It's good you're healing, and man, I'm praying for you, and I prayed for you that day that everything gets back to normal for you, and man, it's good to see you, though.
Yeah, it's they did a good job getting me out the car. When it first happened, I said, yep, I broke my leg. I'm all done. Well, yeah, I broke my leg and my fibula and tibia. End up breaking each one of my hips. Broke my pelvic bone. Broke 2 ribs. Broke something in my shoulder. I don't even know. But
Man,
I don't mean to laugh, but just how you're putting it, just like, yeah, I can just got fucking stoved.
I know. You got to kind of make a joke of it because you can't get down and out.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
It's part of it. It sucks that you got to be on the end of something like that, and it just. Yeah, you were making it deep into a run there too, and that's when that track starts to clear up. And man, I'll tell you, you probably would have had a top 10 car. I mean, that's besides the fact
Thing was moving.
Yeah, you were cranking along, and man, you should. Hey, I know you should be proud of yourself how far you came in that race. I lasted 35 laps and I was out, but it's good to see you, brother. I'm happy you're doing good, man. I'm happy about the crew over at Star Speedway, how they got you out, and man, oh man, that door, that was just tough to see, and I'm just happy that you're with us today, and it's amazing that this short of time you're at home, and. That was a big thing, making sure that you're at home, and that's awesome. You're home, brother. And we're thinking about you, and the racing community's coming together for you.
Yeah, thank you. They wanted me in the hospital a few more days, but if I can lay in that bed, I can lay in my bed and heal up just as quick and better. And
now, let me get you. What did you sign the waiver and say I'm going home?
Well, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Typical racer. That's it. I understand. You know what, man? You want to get home, and it's good to see you at home. And what is that noise I'm getting in the background here?
Well, it's just
He's holding his phone.
he's holding
Okay.
his phone.
All right. I didn't know if it was from outside. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
You're good. You're good.
And man, it's just good to see you, though, brother. It's good to see your face, man. And I never met you myself, and the first time seeing you was at that time. To see your face today, and it's just good to see.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that was scary. That was very scary.
So, going back to what I said, I got a hold of Ryan Nelson. I got a hold of Kevin Brown. I got a hold of Ryan Partridge, a couple other guys as well. Marie from Mia Boutiques, and we were like, we got to put something together for this guy. I was like, this guy just took the biggest hit I've ever seen. That I've ever seen. That I just want to go on a little tidbit that if you're we had because I was looking out for you, Daryl, because it wasn't your doing. That is your worst time in racing ever. You know what I mean? So like you sitting in the car getting cut out, there was people taking pictures of that fucking happening, and Tyler Morse called them out for it and was like, oh, you must be fucking real happy about fucking doing that while you're here and doing it like that, because it's at your worst fucking moment. They had to put up a fucking tarp so people would stop taking fucking pictures. They had to fucking put on music because you were in so much pain that they didn't want people to hear the screams that you were letting out, and people would sit there. And people
Couldn't hold them in, man. Couldn't hold them in.
Yeah. And
Let me tell you, though, you are a tough guy.
you're a tough son of a bitch.
Not.
No, I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to come see you fucking man to man, like when I hand you this raffle stuff, and I'm going to tell you you're a fucking man for taking that fucking hit and and you're still giving a thumbs up on the way out, fucking doing what you're doing. I just wanted to go on my tidbit that whoever took a picture of that fucking shit and put it on Facebook or any social media fucking platform, you're the biggest fucking piece of shit that I know, and I will put it out straight out. And I called a whole fucking page about it out for that stuff. They put it up on their page, and I was like, that is not unless you went and got and talked to Daryl and asked him if it was okay to put that picture up, you shouldn't be putting it up. You know what I mean? And I get it's a free country, but at the same time, at the end of the day,
Doesn't allow you to be a scumbag.
we're a whole fucking racing family.
You're
you know
right.
what I mean?
In the racing community, when someone goes down, they take care of you. But I have a
Exactly.
question for you, Daryl, because this is what's getting said. How do you feel about seeing the pictures? Do you want to see that, or do you agree with everything Randy's saying? I'm just curious. I love asking questions.
Well, I wrote a little thing on Randy's wall earlier, and I cried, and I really don't want to see pictures.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
I don't blame you.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, it is.
That could have been my life.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
damn right. You're
100%.
damn right.
And that's why I was like, what if they were fucking tarping it up? Then what? Then what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to take every hit as if it's minor as a bruise or it's as bad as almost fucking taking someone's life. And I've seen it myself. Steve has seen it himself. Mark has seen it himself. You can't just be sitting there fucking pulling your phone out and taking pictures of it and everything like that. And I just snapped. I was like, you know what? I was like, if I see any pictures or anything like that, which I did see, I was the first one to comment on it and was like, take it the fuck down. I would even message the fucking person and be like, take it the fuck down. I was like, the guy doesn't want to see that shit. This is his worst time.
I can't even look at the pictures of the car now because.
No, I get it.
I don't blame you.
No, I 100% get it. So we're gonna get off of this topic because you're a good fucking dude and you're a fucking hell of a fucking warrior and everything like that. So as I said, I got a hold of Kevin Brown, got a hold of Ryan Nelson, got a hold of Ryan Partridge, EJ Flanagan, Marie from the other stuff. I got a hold of Peter Raby, that's a part of Londonderry Speedway, and also Bobby Weber to try to get some tickets and stuff like that, and put a raffle together. Okay, so with the prize pack going, it's 2 shirts from us. 2 shirts from us. Tell us your sizes, what you want, and everything like that. Kevin Brown and 5 stickers. Kevin Brown is the same thing. Pick a shirt. Let them know. Well, Ooh, excuse me. What size? Everything like that, and 5 stickers.
I want to put. Is this too late? I've had such a crazy week. Is this too late? Or we can throw some stuff in here too. We're gonna throw in 4 tickets to any. Well, not any event, but 4 tickets to Hudson Speedway opening day. Once we get going, 4 tickets and a couple T-shirts will get you on your way.
See, even
courtesy
more.
of Hudson Speedway.
That's even perfect. I appreciate that, man. As a family, we all need to come together, and
Absolutely.
I can't thank everybody enough for who donated and everything like that, from little to small to anything. As a whole, of seeing that all together, it was awesome to see that as a racing community, we all came together for someone we don't even know, but he's out there doing the same shit that we're doing week in and week out. Or if it's his first howler or anything, he is still signing the waiver. He is still signing the pit pass and paying his way in for the registration and everything. And he got the worst end of the fucking deal that no one wants to see anybody get. So at the end of the day, I was like, well, let's just throw something together. So now we have the 4 Hudson Speedway tickets on top of the 2 shirts, 5 stickers from us, 2 shirts from Original Wheelman, and 5 stickers as well. We got 2 tickets to the 2022 Bunny Brawl via Star Speedway and Bobby Weber. We got 2 pit passes to either Hudson or Star from Full Nelson Racing. And we also have a 4-pack of pit passes to November 13th Turkey Derby at the Londonderry Speedway that's coming up shortly. We also had a ring of $225 get put up for it. We had 2 tickets from Jake Rahum and his team for 2 Sunday tickets to Oxford 250. We had multiple. We had Joe Bassett put up a shirt and a sweater from Lee Speedway for the winner. But we have, like, Daryl, this is just the start, man. This is just the start. Like, we have more raffles coming up that if you guys missed out on this and you guys donated and everything like that, we have more raffles coming up for this guy. He's got a while before he can even do anything like that, and we're gonna try to make it as easier as we can for you. You know what I mean?
Daryl, how long does the doctor think it's going to take for you to heal up?
4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months.
I think he muted himself on his end. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no, you're good.
Daryl, I think you said 4 to 6 months. You might be on mute. But that, guys, I asked the racing community. I don't ask for anything. But I ask you guys to take care of this guy. That was a tough hit. That was a brutal hit. And all my years of being around racing, this guy took the most, with the worst accident I seen. Take care of this guy. Come together, the racing community. You guys are always amazing at taking care of people. And I ask you from the bottom of my heart, get out here and help Daryl.
Mark, can he see you? He can see you on the thing.
He can see all of us right now.
Okay.
Tell him
perfect.
he's on mute.
You're on mute. No. It's just for a later thing.
Yeah.
But we had a bunch of outpour, and there's going to be more outpour. As I said, there's going to be more raffles coming up for Daryl and everything, so he can get healed up and everything like that. A friend of his said that he needs a electric recliner when he gets better. He'll need it to get up and out of the chair when he gets better. So if anybody, we'll have more raffles for that and everything like that. We also have, I just got a text message. We got 4 more T-shirts from Londonderry Raceway from Justin's Roofing. Going into this
Justin Ratcliffe, you're the man, baby. Keep it coming, guys. Let's show this guy the support he deserves. It was bad.
So we had a bunch of Daryl lost us.
Yep.
Okay, well that fucks it up. Anyways, we'll fucking,
You'll be able to hear this.
No, I just
Click that button again. That's all he's got to do.
Exactly. Just click that button again, Daryl. You'll come right back if you're watching. I'll message him that. Sorry, I'm going off. I'm not going off a topic. Click the link again. Sorry.
Yeah, I sent him it too. So.
Oh, okay, that works.
So why were you late today, Randy? You were telling me to get here early.
Oh my gosh, it's just Halloween traffic going on. Happy Halloween, to everybody. No, I'm serious.
I'm only teasing.
That's my old lady over there. Oh, he can hear us. So, I'm trying. All right. Oh, we'll wait for you. But as I said, the list is on the thing. I'm going to read them off because we had a bunch of donations from Everett, from E&K Auto, gave up $100. We got Jay Kenny
Randy,
giving.
do you need him on video, or do you want me to just call him?
You can try to. Just call him because he says he's back.
Yep, I got him.
Okay. I just want him to read off of the winner because it's the man of the hour and everything like that. You know what I mean?
There we go.
So we had 100 spots, 20 spots. We made over $2,400 in the first raffle for this guy. That's including donations from Jay Kenny and Ian Kayato Everett. We have more donations probably coming and everything like that. Ryan Partridge, big shout out to him. He put up like $200 worth of stuff. That's
awesome.
Just to do. So
good man, right.
Jerry Descabari. We had Anthony Moore, Bobby Melvin Jr. as well, put up $100. Chris Watson put up $100. Shane Tatro put up $100. So they have 5 spots. Chrissy Rizzuto. And then we got Steve McDougal that put up $100. EJ Flanagan, after reading his name, he put up 2 shirts for himself for FJM Motorsports. We had NSR Racing of James DeCourcy put up, Daniel Sweeney for 2 spots. We had Mia's Boutique who put up the thing, so they added for another thing. Andrew Harmon put up another 2 spots. TJ Laro put up money. Jake Rayhume, Matt LeBlanc, Clark Books Racing, James Mazzola, Mashad Motorsports put up $100. Liam Riley, Nick Woodside, Magster Motorsports, Mashad again, JJ Pitkin, Ryan Partridge, as I said, he put up like $200 for this stuff. George Riley, Ryan Thomas, Tyler John, Jim Walsh, Lori Montgomery, Bobby Weber put up 2 spots. Billy Omar, aka Billy Clement, put up 2 spots. Sean Stockwell put up 2 spots as well into this stuff. Gary Wheeler as well. Like, all you guys deserve shout outs. Melinda Briggs, we got Justin Prescott, Kyle Huntoon, Peter Raby of Londonderry Speedway, William Woodside, who put up another $100 on top of. He was just like, "Give me a spot. Here's $100. Do whatever." I was like, "Well, it's all just going to him." Addie McDaniels, Washer Machine Sweeney. That's John Sweeney. I love that one.
Machine Sweeney. You just missed Anthony Moore, baby, in the 57 spot.
Oh yeah, I know. He put up $100. Definitely a big shout out to him. Tim Frappier. I'm just trying to read out everybody that put in. NSR Racing again, John, Cameron Kenny. We had Bobby Weber again, Steve McDougal, Kyle Huntoon again. Okay, so he put up 2 spots. Midnight Motorsports, that's DeStefano from Lee Speedway in the 6-shooters. He put up 2 spots. Kayla Breer, I'm probably butchering names and I apologize ahead of time. We got Chris Watson again, Mike Twist, Jerry again, Maggie Clark. My old lady even put up $20. Kaylin, Ella Parsons put up money as well. Sean Thomas, EJ again, Shane Tatro, Joe Riley, Patrick Tanway of Tanway Racing put up money. Donnie Monster Truck McCaffrey put up money. Adam Knowles put up money. Mashad again. Liam, Jim Walsh put up 2. Steve McDougal, William Woodside again. EJ, Sean again. Desmond Skillins even put up money. As I said, Brian DeStefano, the DeStefano Racing team put up money. We got Billy Clement and Jerry again. We got Melinda again. We got Sean Baker as well. Shane Gredian just hit me up and was like, "Here's 40."
Shane Gendron.
Oh, Gendron. I apologize. Thank you. See, this is why we brought you on. No, I'm just kidding. He hit me up. He was like, "I just want to donate." I was like, I'll give you a spot. Here's the spot. Kenny Blanchard, Tyler Sheldon as well, Jerry again, and then Sean. So we had 100 spots and they filled up in under fucking 4 hours. And I can't thank you guys enough for this guy, to putting together something with me for this guy, because as I said, he got into a huge wreck and we needed to help him at least to get somewhat on his feet with his medical bills and everything like that. it's just one of those things that is just a bad thing to see, and I'm glad to see that the racing community came together and oh my gosh, I am fucking up over here. I'm trying to put a wheel together here, so
You
I
need
can,
some help, Randy.
Yeah, I guess so. Jesus Christ,
He's
you got
getting
a
the
wheel
ready.
over. You got
All
a
right,
wheel.
here we go.
Yeah, there you go. You
Randy Phillips gonna take over the wheel, and I'm taking over your show, just like I did
Go
the first
ahead.
time when I beat you up and put you
Go
outside.
ahead. Go ahead.
Now, appreciate all you guys. It's amazing what the racing community can do when you guys come together. And honestly, the crew over at Star Speedway, they did an amazing job getting them out. I know it wasn't easy, and I know it was painful. And oh man, I was right there the whole time and trying to help those guys assist to get you out. And whatever we had to do to get you out, we did. And wasn't easy. And but those got a great crew. Zach over there, he does an awesome job, and every one of those guys. And it's honestly, I've been around racing for a long time, and your accident was probably one of the worst I seen. And the good thing is that the good Lord kept you here, and here you are today, and you're on with us. That's amazing. And to the racing community, thank you so much for supporting a guy that's down and out, and it never fails. The racing community comes together in a time like this, and you guys are the best. I can tell you that.
Yeah, 100%. You guys are
the best.
Everyone that donated, man, means the world to me.
We love you,
Thank you.
Daryl. We love you, and it's not over.
Love you guys. And
It's not
Randy,
over.
man. Randy, I'm not the man. Randy, I was just the driver putting on a show. Randy, you're the man for doing what you did for me.
I appreciate that.
I'll
man.
Agree. I'll agree to that.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When he sent me the first thing that he said that you didn't have to do all this and that he did it anyway, and I can't thank you enough. I can't lie to you that I was not sitting at work fucking shedding tears, because at the end of the day, we all love this sport and we all deserve to have fun out in this sport and not have this happen to us. And at the end of the day, I just couldn't sit him. I just couldn't just not do something for you, Daryl. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate the thank you, but it's only a part of how I am. I always look out for anybody that wants to come and pay their ticket, pay their registration to come and do this stuff with us. So I thank you for coming and enjoying the Star Howler, even though it was a bad thing. I'm glad you had fun.
I just want to let you know, too, Daryl, we want you down at Hudson Speedway. Once you get up on your feet,
100%.
you come on down, and we want to have you down at Hudson Speedway for a day. You want to come hang out with us? We'll get, come on down. We'll take care of you.
Yeah.
It'll be a few months, but next year.
Hey, listen, we got it's over, and now we're in the off season,
Yeah,
so
take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
When you're ready to come on down, we are more than welcome. We open the doors for you, my friend.
He's like, I'm going home. I was like, take your time, man. You got 4 to 6 months to try to heal up. He's like, I'm going fucking home. Fuck these guys. so you're
I'll tell you what it was. I took 5. I was scared that I couldn't walk, but yesterday I took 5 steps, and
Now
Dr. Vin said, "You ready to go home?" Yep, I'm ready.
Now my
The most
question.
painful 5 steps I've ever taken.
Randy, do you just need a random number generator?
Yeah, for
Well,
100,
I have
100
one.
spots if you got it.
I have a random number generator. I'll
Hey,
put on the screen.
I just want him to announce who won it.
Oh, it's going to be right on the screen live if he wants.
Yeah.
All right,
Have
so-
him announce it. I want him to announce it.
I will put it on here in a second. So the number that's going to be on the screen right now is the one that comes up. So this
Yeah,
is not the
that's-
winner. We're going to spin it live on air so everyone can see.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is this we pulling one number?
Yeah, just one number.
Okay,
Just one number for the huge pot.
We have a random number generator on the screen. You tell me when.
Here we go. It's feature time. Number generator. Here it is. So
We have 1 to 100 on the screen.
Yeah, so everybody can see.
Yep.
So this is just a dummy round, or is this the count? This is who's?
I think we should do a dummy round. Have a heat.
No,
You
we
gotta have a
can't, we
heat.
can't do a heat race. That will.
All right. It's feature time.
Okay,
here
fucking
at the
ship it,
Rough
man.
and Fenders
I just want him to
podcast.
read
It goes fast. So ready?
Yeah.
All right, give me one.
All right, they're in the box. The green flag is not out. Oh, false start. We're going to redo. Here we go. Green flag. Oh, 84.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
So, oh wow. Okay. So,
Whoa.
so I'll. Man, how I just want him to announce it. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Can you look at your messenger real quick?
Yeah, I'm doing
Okay.
that right now.
Okay. I'll send you the name. That's who won. I appreciate everybody. I'm about to send it. I appreciate everybody donating. We're gonna have more raffles. Congratulations to the winner. So, as I said, there's your winner, guys. I appreciate everybody.
Awesome
Jim
job.
Walsh.
Jim Walsh
You're the
wins
winner.
it. Good old Jimmy Walsh. He's a great guy. Daryl, I appreciate you coming on. Jim, get a hold of me so I can send your address and everything to everyone. I appreciate everybody that donated, everybody that put up prizes for this stuff. I can't thank you guys enough. We only hope for good health for you, Daryl, and hopefully your recovery process goes quick and as less pain as it can be.
All right, somebody does have a suggestion on here, and I think we'll just go ahead and do it. Yeah, Daryl gets the Sodi this week as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
So go ahead and put that over there.
Oh, yeah.
How does this work?
Yeah, just like this. I go and
right.
give it to him.
Brandon Meyer?
Sodi.
Meyer, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
That deserves the Reekley Award. Yeah, you do,
Oh,
brother.
damn right. I'll be over it, buddy. Yeah, definitely, 100%. So you get the Road Sodi Award. I'll come bring you a 12-pack or something. I appreciate you coming on short notice, Daryl, with everything that's going on. I appreciate everybody that donated to the raffle. We got more. We got anonymous sponsors. Not sponsors, donations as well. That came through and everything like that. So, Daryl has a GoFundMe page. It's at $200. The last time I checked at it, please go donate if you couldn't get into the raffle, if you want to help. I appreciate everybody that did it. As I said, Jim Walsh, get a hold of me. I'll get everything down so we can send you everything. And we'll go from there. We'll have more raffles coming up. Me, EJ, Ryan, Kevin Brown, and the other Ryan, Nelson, got a hold, are going to have more and more for you to get up over $2,400 for you, Daryl. I know it's not a lot to see what the expenses are coming, but it's something to make life a little bit easier. And as I said, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Good to see you,
Yes,
Daryl.
and thank you.
God bless you. You will heal fast, my friend.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I'll definitely be up soon with it. All right.
Okay, we'll be in touch. Thank
All right.
you.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
That
awesome.
was awesome.
I appreciate all you guys.
It's good to see him.
So it's that hour. We'll talk about fucking Pumpkin Fest another day. But
Pumpkin Fest, it's all. It is what it is. It's all good.
Yeah, I was blind all of a sudden when that was happening.
Good.
Anyways,
Purposely made that happen that way.
so Steve, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Absolutely, man. Good to see you, Randy.
I definitely love
We
seeing
joined
you.
forces.
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%.
That's
Man,
awesome.
we'll definitely talk
Mark,
in the
thank you
off-season.
for having me up on the show. I don't
Not
want to
a
look,
problem.
I can't look over my shoulder. I was told not to.
You're
So I
the
won't
most
do it.
professional guest we've had on.
Yeah,
I'm very proud of you.
This is awesome. I look forward to doing more of these. And you're right. We'll come back. We'll talk.
Oh yeah,
Pumpkin
no,
Fest.
definitely, 100%, man. The Andrew Harmon, Justin Harris interview from Howler is out. Big shout out to Dan Collins for the help on that. We got Albie Ovitt literally just crossing the checkered flag, dead across the finish line interview coming out, which I thought was pretty cool. Car's all fucked up.
So I got a question. How did I do, guys? Did I do all right today?
Yeah, you did great, man.
All right. I had fun.
Oh, you asking
I
them?
like this. Yeah, I'm asking
Oh,
everyone.
you'll know in your inbox later.
Mark, what do you think? Did I do all right? I'm not looking over my
We're
shoulder.
going to do a spin-off show with Steve.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Steve Gran Show. Ball Bandit. Randy's out. Steve's in.
You can show up on time, but
I do show up on time.
yeah, but from the
Can't get
bottom
out
of
of
my
bed,
heart, definitely appreciate everybody that donated. We got more raffles coming for Daryl. Obviously, he gets the Sodi Award. Big shout out for Steve for coming on. Finally, I know we talked about on and off about coming on, and I'm glad you finally got the green light. Tell your friends that are up
Hell
there
yeah.
to come on too, because I'd
come
love
on,
to
Ben.
talk to all of them. Yeah,
Ben, we're not
Ben,
far
you're
from you.
next.
Come
We're
on,
coming
Ben.
next. He'll come on.
But
I'll come set the show up right at Hudson Speedway.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
we go.
right in the middle.
Here we go.
Right in the-
hold
right in
on.
the-
Randy,
right-
hold
right in
on.
the
Quiet
tower.
down. What do we do? Oh, look, I looked over my shoulder. Wasn't supposed to do that.
You get all excited over there.
Absolutely.
No, I'm
So there
serious.
we go. Got to do something with that. Now, appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for having me on. And I'm now a fan of a Rough and Fenders podcast.
We'll get him a shirt.
All right, free shirt. Yeah, that's for me. All right.
So from myself, Randy Phillips, Steve Gran, and Mark Wildry, I appreciate everybody that donated, put together for the raffle, and watching today. We hope Daryl good health and a speedy recovery and everything like that. So as I said, I'm gonna go drink more
watch the
beer.
Patriots, baby. Go Pats.
Well, would you look at that? You've managed to make it through another episode of the Roughing Fenders podcast.
And as always, make sure you follow our Facebook page at Roughing Fenders Podcast. And until next week, keep those wheels pointed left
And keep talking trash.